So Samsung is making a pretty big shift with the Galaxy Watch 9 lineup, and honestly it's a bigger deal than most people realize right now. Let me explain why. What's up guys, Sal here. Quick heads up before we get into it. Pre-orders for the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro are still live, and if you use my purchase links, you can get an exclusive extra $30 credit. The offer link is in the description. Alright, so Samsung's Galaxy Watch 9 lineup is expected to launch in July alongside the Z Fold 8, which means we're roughly 4 months away at this point. Now you might be wondering which watches Samsung is actually releasing this year. Well, we finally have some concrete info on that. The lineup will include the Galaxy Watch 9 and the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. What you won't see this year is the Watch 9 Classic. That's based on the GSMA model numbers that have already surfaced. Samsung appears to be sticking with a 2-year rotation. 1 year we get the regular watch and the Ultra model, and the following year they bring back the classic version. This year happens to be the Ultra year. Sure, Samsung technically released a new Watch Ultra last year, but let's be honest, it was basically the original Ultra with more storage and a new color option. Now this is the interesting part. Qualcomm just launched a new wearable chip called the Snapdragon Elite Wear. During the announcement, it was confirmed that Samsung will use this processor in their upcoming watches, which means the Galaxy Watch 9 and Watch Ultra 2 will both run on Snapdragon Silicon.
Bring the new Snapdragon Wear Elite platform to our upcoming Galaxy Watch.
So for the first time ever, Samsung is switching away from its own Exynos chips and using a Qualcomm processor inside the Galaxy Watches. Why Samsung made that decision isn't fully clear yet, but from a consumer perspective, this could actually be very good news. And here are 5 reasons why. First, and probably the biggest change, is the dedicated NPU inside this chip. What that means is AI processing can now happen directly on the watch instead of relying on cloud processing like the current Galaxy Watch 8 lineup. In simple terms, AI features should work faster, and they should also work even when your phone isn't nearby, including the on-device voice AI. But the chip also has something called an eNPU, which is a tiny AI chip that can run continuously without draining the battery. Instead of waking the main processor every time the watch needs to analyze something, the eNPU quietly handles those tasks in the background. So basically, using very little battery, it handles always-on tasks like detecting voice keywords or recognizing activities such as walking or running. It also improves the call quality by reducing echo and suppressing background noise during voice calls. Now this upgrade isn't just about AI, the CPU itself is also getting faster. Qualcomm claims it's up to 5 times faster than their previous wearable chip. Compared to the Exynos processor used in the Watch 8 Classic, you can realistically expect around a 30% improvement thanks to a higher clock speeds. The graphics upgrade is even more noticeable. The Exynos chip in the Watch 8 Classic still uses an older Mali GPU design from around 2020. It works, but it's not particularly powerful. This new Snapdragon chip uses a new Adreno GPU, and Qualcomm says graphics performance can be up to 7 times faster than previous Snapdragon wearable chips. Compared specifically to the Exynos chip, the realistic improvement is probably around 2 to 3 times stronger GPU performance. That means smoother animations, better watch faces, and improved scrolling across the interface. Battery life should also improve. Qualcomm claims around 30% longer battery life compared to their previous chip. How that compares directly with Samsung's Exynos chip is still unclear. However, one thing that does stand out is charging speed. Qualcomm says the platform now supports extremely fast charging, something like 50% in around 10 minutes for typical smartwatch battery sizes. Charging speed has honestly been one of my biggest complaints with recent Galaxy watches, so it will be interesting to see if Samsung actually enables faster charging on the Watch 9 and Watch Ultra 2. The chip also supports newer connectivity features like Bluetooth 6.0, ultra-wideband, 5G RedCap, and even satellite messaging. Although we'll have to see which of these Samsung actually enables on the Galaxy Watch 9. So overall, this is shaping up to be a pretty big upgrade for the Galaxy Watch 9 with improvements in CPU performance, GPU power, AI processing, battery efficiency, and connectivity. And considering Samsung didn't even upgrade the chip last year, the Galaxy Watch 9 should feel like a much bigger leap. Again, pre-orders for the Buds 4 Pro are coming to an end, so take advantage of that extra $30 credit while it lasts. Link is in the description. And if you want to see the top 12 features of the Buds 4 Pro, that video is right here, and I'll see you there.